Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to make a queen cake, or in Russian королевский tort. So to get started with the ingredients, we will need 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of sour cream, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, or I'm using whole wheat flour, which is a healthier version, half a cup of chocolate chips melted, half a cup of dried cranberries, about 3 tablespoons of poppy seeds, and this is for the cake. And for the cream, we will need, for the frosting, we'll need like 2 cans of cooked this stuff cooked sweet condensed milk, and about a cup of heavy whipping cream, and a cup and a half of room temperature butter. And for the ganache, we're going to use about 1/4 cup of chocolate chips with some hot heavy whipping cream. So let's get started. So first we're going to beat the eggs on high for several minutes just so it can double in volume. And it's best if the eggs and all the ingredients are at room temperature, just because cakes love warmth and everything is best at room temperature. So let's get started. Let's beat this on high. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna add in sugar, vanilla, and sour cream. Okay, I've added that. So now we're just gonna whisk this until it's well combined on medium. So in the bowl, we're gonna add the flour and the baking powder. I'm just gonna mix this up together, and then we will go ahead and add it into our cake batter. That's ready for us. So just about there, and let's go ahead and put it in. Okay. And now we're going to use a wooden stick, and we're just going to fold everything in together so it can be one smooth batter. Okay, so there's that, or you can use the whisk attachment and just on low let it combine everything together. Okay, so now we're gonna separate these into 2 cake pans. Okay, so here's my 2 cake pans. I lined it with parchment paper or wax paper, whatever you use, and I also slightly buttered it, so it'll be easier to take off the cake pans from the cake if something. Okay, so now let's spread it evenly into these 2 cakes. Okay, so I placed the cakes in 2 separate bowls, and now in each we're gonna add in our melted chocolate, and the other we're gonna add the poppy seeds and cranberries. Okay, so here's our chocolate one, and here's our poppy seed with cranberries. Okay, now we're gonna put in our baking pans. Okay, so these cakes are gonna go into a preheated oven of 350 Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes, or until it's like you poke with the toothpick and it comes out clean. So in we go. While the cakes are baking, we can start on the cream. So I placed in heavy whipping cream to start off, and if you desire, you can add some powdered sugar just if you want sweeter, but it'll work good without. So we're going to beat this on high until it's foamy and firm. Okay, so this is done. We're going to transfer into a separate bowl. Okay, so in the same bowl, we're going to add in our butter, and we're just going to whisk this until it's nice and smooth and foamy. As you can see, it's nice and it turned white. The butter nice and fluffy. It took about maybe 5 minutes. So now we're going to add in our caramel, which is our sweet condensed milk that's been cooked. Okay, so there's that. Now let's combine this all together until it's fully combined and fluffy. Okay, so this cream is done, so now we're just going to fold in our heavy whipping cream. Okay, let's fold that in. Okay, and we're going to refrigerate the cream until the cake is all done. Okay, so the cakes came out. Now we're just going to let them cool off. Okay, after the cakes have cooled, then you want to slice them in halves. And now we're going to start adding the creams. What I like to do is I like to put some of the cream on the bottom of the cake pan. That way, when we're going to place the cake, it won't move. Okay, so the first layer I placed was the cranberry poppy seed. So now we're going to place a chocolate layer. Okay, I placed chocolates. Now we're going to put the cranberry on top of the chocolate. So once you made your cake, I just decorate with some cranberries on the side. And then after we make our ganache, we're going to put it in the middle. After, we're going to refrigerate and the cake cools off in the refrigerator. Okay, here you guys go.